dinner, and we're right back in. And just about ready to play. Might have some problems because still uploading the last episode to YouTube, but I am recording, so I don't think it's going to be an issue. And I'll fix the balance momentarily. Okay. I'm going to turn the lights up in a little bit. No worries, but Courtney's still getting a nap. So. Seven on the turn is kind of interesting. I feel like he's blocker betting. Club on the river. Having raised right on the flop. He should be the one with the draw. But we're going to go ahead and raise. Yeah. I don't really think there's much way to get paid there. I think he was on a shitty got shot or something. So I think he just took a chance trying to take the lead away. And honestly, I'm making that bet on most rivers. But definitely when I hit the flush. See if we can get these matched up. That's about right. And that's okay, but a little high. There we go. Hey, thanks, Chloroform. Much appreciated. Good to see you. Told you I'd be back. Oh. You might be having connection issues. I'll have to check. Hang on. No, it looks all right. Well, don't worry, I'm going to be here for a while. And like I said, I am recording, so. You have no idea what I hosted, but you enjoyed it. It's called Mystery Science Theater 3000. it's a show from the early 90s. And it went for like 15 years, and basically it was just this, it was a show on Comedy Central. It was just a nonsensical kind of, just a funny show really, where they basically took old movies and commented on them, and under the framing that this guy's been shot into space, and he whatchamacallit, he's like being held captive by these mad scientists, and essentially they won't let him down, and they experiment on him by, oh, it's buffering quite a lot because of the upload in the background. Alright, I'm gonna kill it then. Yeah, I'll upload that shit later. Yep, looks like that fixed it. Yeah, so basically it was just this funny show made up by this guy Joel Hodgson, who, if you know the name, he does a lot of he used to do a lot of writing, but then he just became so famous making this show with these stupid little puppets, and the idea is that he was on the spaceship, got lonely, and made the puppets out of spare parts, you know, or made the robots out of spare parts and shit. And we're watching a broadcast. There's actually like one that's supposed to be like a camera bot. It's very funny. And but I suggest you look into it. It's called Mystery Science Theater 3000, or MST3K. And apparently they're doing a new season, and they would change hosts every now and then. Like, I think Joel did it for the first, I want to say 3 or 4 seasons, and then they went to this guy John, and then they went to a woman, and they switched all the gender roles. But then, about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years, Netflix did a series of it, and Patton Oswalt played Frank, who was the mad scientist's assistant. And it was really funny. What's her name from the Guild was in it? The redhead. She was the mad scientist. It's really well done, and they just kind of took it to the next level with that. And apparently they're bringing it back for like a 15th season now. I think like tomorrow or the next day. I think that's why they started a Twitch channel with it, to promote it and let people know. But yeah, and I've seen, I mean, through the Mike, that was the guy's name, Mike, the second guy, through the Mike series, which I think was about the first 7 series between Joel and Mike. I think I've seen pretty much every episode 10 times, because I just really love the humor. I mean, to this day, while I'm watching something, you'll see me making comments and whatever. And it was just such a great concept for a show, because it's like, it was just always what me and my buddies did. Played my poker session late today. Usually I play in the afternoon, but was feeling terrible after the vaccine and played after dinner. Yeah, man, that vaccine kicked my fucking ass a few times. Won a 45-man and final tabled another 2 out of 7. Nice. Maybe I should play at this time every day. Yeah, I mean, there's something to that. There are times when you're going to realize that different players play at different times of day. So it's not like you're not wrong for thinking that there may be softer players on at different times. You're 100% right. Well, this sucks, but I can't fold. Wow, really? You just threw it away, huh? Thanks. I thought we were chopping and maybe he was free-rolling the clubs on me. But when you get jammed on and you have a one-liner, you usually don't expect to just win the thing outright, right? But I'll take it. I mean, I guess he was on a fuck it stack. Yeah, I used to, when I played live full time, if I wasn't working at the Venetian and playing on the clock, I would go to whatever poker room, but I wouldn't show up till 10 or 11 at night and play till like, it wasn't long. It was like short sessions, like 2 or 3 in the morning. Just because I hated being there after the sun came up. But that's when the most money was to be made. You know what I'm saying? You're not sitting there becoming a better poker player or being really challenged, but you're just kind of making money, you know, versus the tourists and whoever else that have been there for 12 hours. You know, they're either tilted or they're stacked up and they're chip drunk, and you come in as a fresh player and, you know, you just run the world over. And it's amazing to me how many times, because I'd heard about doing this from like guys who were like TV pros, and they told me it was a great way to, you know, really increase your win rate. And I was amazed how many times I saw the same players who I was cleaning out left and right at the same time. I can't believe this guy called me. At the same time, like for nights and nights and nights in a row. And they just would lose, you know, to me constantly, and then they never caught on. And it was really funny to me how they would just be sitting there playing exhausted, and maybe that's because I have a different, you know, outlook. But I love playing poker, but it's a boring fucking game. Like, there has to be motivation to play it, and money is the real motivation. Like, I enjoy studying, but I still don't understand these guys who watch poker. But you know, if they're not trying to learn, I guess. But these guys would just play poker just 24 hours a fucking day, and it was just like, it made no sense to me, because they were losers. I mean, I guess they were gamblers is what they really were. So what's that? Okay. Nice. Courtney's bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. She's closed-eyed and bushed. Every bit of 37, she says. She's going to a party tonight at middle age. Just wanted to stop in and say hello, friend. Hey, thanks, Carrie. Much appreciated. Definitely look into it. The Twitch chat made it really great experience. Yeah. One of the things they also started doing during the... I like this. This is a small raise. What they started doing during the revival when they brought in Patton Oswalt was they would have a live tweet session during the episodes. It's a good card. Really don't think I'm folding. I am going to check the turn because I don't think I get 2 streets of value. But really, this guy just jams all in. So this sucks because I have the queen. That's fine. It's fine. It's annoying, but it's fine. It's just so dumb, too, because he never doesn't have the king, at least there. I mean, he 3-bet me pre-flop. He could definitely have just flopped it and done whatever. But then when it hits the board, people are just like, think you'll just pay it off. That sucks. A lot of outs there. Set over here. That jack's a really bad card. Like, if I get raised, I might have to fold. Like, it's a super bad card. I'll take it. But yeah, they used to live tweet it, and I would sit there with my phone open watching the show, and reading the tweets, and it was very much so like the Twitch chat. And it's one of those shows that there's a ton of inside jokes and, you know, repetitions and things that, you know, happen over time that you get hip to, but you don't need to know it to just laugh at the shit going on, right? Like, it's not so inside. It's just stuff that they say all the time, like, yeah, the next thing I know, I was fighting for air, or whatever. Was, you know, God, what was the line? Or when somebody walks into like a bushy area, you'll see them. They'll start going, snakes, snakes, watch out for snakes. And it's just one of those things that it just becomes like a touchstone for the show. Just gonna go ahead and bet this. Oh, suddenly my lungs were aching for air. That's what it was. It goes back to an old version of 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, or Sea Lab, when the Sea Lab show was actually on the air, the real one, not this funny one on Cartoon Network. Lee Majors used to say that like every third episode. I was in the Sea Lab laboratory and suddenly my lungs were aching for air. And it's just like because somebody had cut off the oxygen, or somebody's scuba tank had gotten fucked up, but it was like the same shit every fucking time. Ugh. So we're not gonna let that stand. See, this lead out on the turn isn't really anything. The 7's bad because 5-6 just got there. I think we have to check back because of that. Wow, he actually led at the queen and then called. I think maybe I could have bet the river and gotten him off of it, but it's kind of bad. There's an old man coffee. I used to play early in the morning. I found those fields to be super soft. Yeah, definitely can be, depending on where you're playing. I think we check here. I don't know what this guy's doing. I think we can bet that. Wow, what did you call with? 9-7 of diamonds. Okay, so he had a draw. That's cool. You don't want to bet your own straight? Hey, what's up, Liz? Or Bills? I'm gonna say your name wrong. I just kind of read it fast. Oh, hey, Chloroform. Thanks for the sub. Much appreciated. Thank you so much. Those subs keep me very motivated. Ugh. I mean, if this guy jams, we can get it in. That's fine. The board can go down right there. That's fine. Delayed c-bet. Very important. Some of these players always see you betting at a pair as bullshit. So it's good to remember that, know who those players are, so when the pair flops, you check, then they check back, then you bet the turn. Got second in the $16 sit and go bounty. Nice! That's got to pay pretty well. That's a victory, brother. Victory vape. Way to go, sir. As Jonathan Little would say, good job, good work. Use the winnings to jump into the 215 progressive knockout. Whoa! My man said, I won $230. Of course, found the Wake Up With Me super useful. Been browsing your YouTube, just general good vibes on the streams. Oh, thank you, my man. I appreciate that. Yeah, the Wake Up With Me's, very dense. A good suggestion. I know that the quality's not as good, but if you go back to the start of the Wake Up With Me's, somewhere around the third or the fourth one, you see we start doing the quizzes on Jonathan Little's site. It might even be the second one. And those are a lot of fun. They're very good little snippets. He's got over 1,500 of them on the site. It's one of my favorite things about it. But I've just been so engrossed in the Tournament Masterclass that I haven't done any of them on stream in a while, but they're a lot of fun. You just watch a scenario of a hand go off, and then you decide, what would you do? And then, you kind of go from there. But, yeah, there's a lot of good stuff on there. I'm glad you're liking the YouTube. Hey, what's up, Mook? How you doing? Yo, yo. Lots of people here tonight. I like that. Jumped in late with like 12 big blinds. Already got one bounty and sitting on 40 bigs. Wow, dude. You are fucking gambling, bro. Already got one bounty, though. You got like half your buy-in back. That's awesome. I don't think I'm backing off this one. Yeah. Need to start pounding on this particular player. Because I'm not betting at times when he thinks it would be bullshit, and then I'm betting at times when he thinks it's legit, and it's just working. So if some of you haven't figured out what One Bill's DP1 is doing is not proper bankroll management. He took second in a $16 tournament and said, fuck it, and decided to throw it into a 215 bounty. That's some gamble for your ass right there. But I've done it. I did it back in the day. But good luck, man. And here's the thing. If you're just having fun, right, if you're not like trying to play poker for a living, you don't have to abide by those rules. If you have a job, you can afford to spend money on your entertainment. Your entertainment's poker. It's fine. I don't judge anybody. I've known pros that went years, and I mean years, playing so far over their head, it's nuts. Hey, what's up, Casero? Yo, yo. Like guys who had like maybe 10,000 to their name, playing $1,000 buy-in tournaments, and playing 5-10, where you're buying in for, I mean, at least $1,000, usually like $3,000. And they did, you know, I mean, this one guy I'm thinking of in particular, he did very well until he didn't. And he probably got a good decade. Oh God, I folded it because I'm such a good player. I folded it because I'm such a good player. Well, the queen comes off. I'm probably fucked. But yeah, then when it went bad, well, I would have lost. Look at this. I would have lost. Would have lost big. I am going to go ahead and bet this ace. Just really no reason not to. Yeah, that particular guy. And it's funny because I was working with an improper bankroll for sure when I was playing live, but basically because I was supporting my roommate at the time and my best friend, and no longer friends, but I was supporting him, so I was kind of like always helter-skelter, like trying to scrape together a buy-in or two and turn it into 5 or 6 in a week, or in a couple days usually, to try and make rent or pay for a car repair or buy groceries or whatever like that. Like, but this guy was like a legit pro. Like, he put it on his taxes, you know what I'm saying, and he had to pay all those taxes, and I was amazed like how long this guy survived. And I remember we'd had the conversation, and he asked me about bankroll management because I was doing better at growing my situation than he was. And we were talking about it, and I remember the first thing I said to him was, I don't know if you want to have this conversation with me because I don't want it to get in your head. And he badgered me, and I was like, okay. And I'm like, typically this is what you want. And I said, now here's my situation. I only have this many buy-ins. I only have this much whatever. So I'm making these adjustments and whatever. And I was like, honestly, I don't know how you have not had any variance at this point. And he was known as a very lucky guy. He was a very smart player. But he definitely never ran into any bad streaks. Would never have done it if you didn't win the sit and go. Now that's cool. I mean, it's fine, man. It's fun. Back in the day, I put $100 on party poker, and this is 2004, 2005, and I played like a $5 sit and go, and I cashed it, and then I played like a $10 sit and go, and I lost it, and then I played like another $5 sit and go, and I won it, and then I played like a $22 sit and go, and I was just kind of like having fun. This is back when I just played one table at a time. I had just read Super System, all that shit. And my then fiance, now very much so ex-girlfriend, she said, you wanted to play the big tournaments, why don't you play a big tournament? And I had exactly in my account $122, and there just so happened to be, starting in the next 15 minutes, a $10,000 guaranteed $22 buy-in. Now this is on party poker, so it was going to go through the roof, right? Meaning it wasn't going to be 10 grand, it was going to be much, much higher. Look at that, 3 on the turn. I don't think I'm getting any action here, no. So I said, you know what, I'll play that, and if I lose it, who cares, I'm still even for the day. And putting $100, that was one of the first few times I'd ever deposited on a site. Like, before that, I usually just won money up through sit and goes. I think I'd only made a $50 deposit before, and ran it up, and whatever. But I put $100 on because I was new to party poker, and was in my house in Hypoluxo, Florida, and so I played the $22 tournament, and as God is my witness, I won the thing, and it got a massive prize pool. I really don't know what the prize pool was, but it had 8,400 players in it, and first prize was $8,400. It literally had, I got $1 from every player in the tournament, and it was a $20 entry. Why would you raise? Hey, thanks, Dawid. Yeah, and I won it for $8,400. And that was great. I had to get a check in the mail back then. At the moment, I'm building my bankroll to buy Pio Solver subscription. Use my winnings. About 10% of them are there at the moment. Pio is very expensive. I don't have Pio Solver. Oof. I watch a lot of Jonathan Little YouTube stuff, but membership is a little out of my bankroll at the moment. It seems super beneficial. He seems to cover every situation. He really does. And right now, I don't know how much Pio Solver is, but I know that the program itself is over $5,000 or over $3,000. But I'll tell you this: forget Pio Solver. Get a premium membership to Jonathan Little. I'm not affiliated. I'm not sponsored. I actually asked them for an affiliate code. They said they're not doing it right now. But I just believe in it so much. I've been a member for over 2 years. They add so much content to it. You can get a premium membership by the month, or you can do what I did, which is get them on sale. Right now they're having a sale that you can get it at the same price I got it on a Black Friday a couple years ago. A year of premium membership for $650. Well worth it. Well worth it. Like my general understanding of poker has gotten so much deeper. It's insane. Yeah, I don't know what that was. I don't know why I felt like betting that, but I did, and it worked. 2K buy-in when I win this 215. I mean, if you do it, man, just let me know you're in it. I'll stream it for you. just give me your table and I'll stream it and commentate on it. That's some fucking crazy balls. It's funny, you guys hear the story now, but at the time, there was a guy who, basically the story was the guy hated his life. He'd been very conservative his whole life. Always paid his bills, always did the thing, and I guess he just like snapped and just kind of, I think his wife left him is what it was. And he sold everything he had in the world and came to Vegas to put it on red or black. And he said, you know, and it was something crazy like $160,000 or something like that in actual value. And he finally found a casino to do it. I think it was the Plaza. And there was news crews around, and like it was a big story out here. And the thing of it was, they were like really worried about his mental health. Like his parents were telling him, don't do it, you're throwing everything you've worked for away and all this kind of shit. But he was just convinced, because his basic feeling was, if he lost it, it really didn't matter. Like, because he could just always rebuild and, you know, he'd be fine. You know what I'm saying? But he needed the excitement in his life. And it would be a great story to be able to tell. I'm calling this. And, yeah, I won it. Oh, we chopped it. And if he won, that boon, turning his $170,000 into whatever it was, like $300,000+, it would make a difference in his life. You know what I'm saying? So like not having it wouldn't matter, but having the win would change his station. And sure enough, he came out here, he made the bet, and he won. And it was so funny because after he won it, he looked at his dad and he goes, "Let it ride?" And his dad like freaked out and almost had a heart attack, and he didn't let it ride. He took it and he won the money, and that was that. And it was one of those great promo things for the Plaza. Like they had psychologists standing by to help him cope with the loss, because it was known he showed he had zero money in his bank account. Like it was fucked. Might win this. Nah, pocket nines. I was just about to go to primary elementary school when you deposited that money on Party Poker. Yeah, that was 2005. I was... what the fuck is this? So this guy limped, I raised. He's check min raising me. I don't know what this is. Really? It took you that long to call? Okay. In a tournament situation, that's a much better jam. He almost folded. I mean, that's hilarious. He didn't raise it pre-flop. All right. The min raise is fucking ridiculous. Hey, Jimmy Cornflower. Thank you for the follow, my man. Appreciate that. Pio Silver Basic is 250, allows for full post-op flop analysis, range explorers. I would argue, though, man, you're going to get more out of Jonathan Little's content. I really would. Like, I don't know your level of understanding. It really was an amazing score, by the way. But personally, I would not. I mean, at some point, I'm going to get Pio Solver, I'm sure. But I've already looked into people that can teach you how to use Pio Solver. Because even though I know all these things, there's still, it's such a deep program that I would honestly, I would want to have somebody teach me how to get the most out of it. And I would probably, you know what I'd probably do? I would probably get coaching from somebody. Like, I would probably contact Jonathan Little through, you know, pokercoaching.com and ask if he had any coaches that were willing to school me on Pio Solver analysis. Plus, somebody else has already done the work for you, you know, on the Jonathan Little site. You know what I'm saying? All the information's been put together. I mean, it's great to analyze your own spots, and I do with, you know, the help of Poker Tracker and, you know, Flopzilla and Equilab and all like that. But the little minutia, I don't think I want to work on my game that closely. I want to take it in broad strokes until I'm playing, like, I don't know, $200 buy-in tournaments online and above. I really don't think I really don't think I want to be looking at it that closely. I'd rather just be learning from other people who have looked that closely, you know. But it's up to you. You know, that's it's a great program. I would just hate to see you get like the basic, you know, the monthly membership for $250 or whatever, and then not use it. Like, the thing of it is, if you spend $250, you actually get, like, I think they can do a 3-month plan at Jonathan Little's thing for like $180. So it works out to be like $60 a month. 2005, first year of uni for me, I think. Oh, wow. Yeah, I never went to college. I went to Vegas. No, I went to Vegas long after the time I would have been in college. Ah. The Jack on the River is kind of crushing. Simple check call. Just misclicked 20 big blinds? Oh, shit. How much did you say the promotional price of the packages again? $649 USD. I just looked at it the other day. So a full pot bet, huh? See, this bet on the river is the one that pisses me off because his full pot bet on the turn is kind of whatever. I need to see this one. Yeah, that's why. I couldn't. I was thinking he may have just hit the set on the river. I really just thought that, but he hit it on the turn. And I can't see bet it because there's 5 fucking people in the pot. That sucks. And I can't fold. Really? This fucking moron just calls raises with 10 jack and hits. It's fucking stupid. And of course he's gonna go broke. He called fucking 40 blinds pre-flop. Or 30 blinds pre-flop. I guess we bet here. Just running into this shit. Alright, it's alright. Feeling the groove. Couple of interesting bad spots. Yeah, a 20 big blind misclick usually will kill you. I'm sorry, man. That sucks. Eh, fuck it, though. You played it for free, right? Where the hell did everybody go? Shove with ace king got called by 4-4 and out of position 4-4. I mean, it's a shove. Yeah, this player is way too aggressive. That's how I'm gonna get him though, by setting that up. Happened before. I took like 4 buy-ins from him. People are getting a little donkey aggro. I think I want off this table and on this one. Oh, $250 is lifetime for Pio Basic, not monthly. Definitely could justify as a monthly cost. Can't find it at this price. Maybe promotion has ended. Go to... I don't think so, because they have a year-end wrap-up. Go to... oh, God, what is it? I'll think of it. Oh, go to Jonathan Little's YouTube and look there for his poker tip of the week that he uploads there. I think it was playing draws or something. I forget what it was, but at the end of it, he had the little commercial for it. Just go to his YouTube and look at the most recent upload, and you'll see it there. fix that fucking thing again. It keeps messing up. $17th of 139. Oh, you're gonna have eights. 8-7. Fucking hilarious. Look at this. He flopped it. I 4-bet that. Thanks, Casero. Like, what's the point of even just calling on the flop? Like, just get the money in. Like, look at this. He raised. I went 5x. And he called it and just flops the joint. 7-8. That's hilarious. There's nothing I can do about that. Super informative misclip. Next time, grab bounty at least so not total loss. Yeah, that's true. Oh, that was easy. One pair, no way to win. Thanks, bro. Got a $75 bounty? Nice. Very profitable. $9. Mm-hmm. No, no. I mean, the player in second position raised, he 3-bet it, and then I 4-bet him monstrously. Very tempting. Okay. It's going to 3-bet, but I don't think it's necessary. Really? Congrats. What's the point of that? You're checking to trap me, I bet, and then you just fucking pile the money in. You won 3 blinds. You easily could have won like 15 or 20. Holiday sale ended on the 27th. Ah. We'll just wait for the New Year's sale. Keep an eye on it. I found my price, which was severely discounted back then. I guess now the site's bigger, so the discount comes around more. But I found it by setting up a Google alert, so that when he had his, it was a Black Friday sale. Okay, so this player limped. This guy raises. Call, call, call. I call in the big blind. And then he raises 4x. And it's two guys with... Like, what is my maximum risk here? Look at this shit. This is the guy who called the raise with the 8-7 earlier. I just want to see what his tolerance level is. Alright. I'm going to be doing that so much to him. And it is going to be premiums. Oh, I love that it happens back to back. I'm going to be doing that so much to him, he's going to end up snap calling, which is garbage. Have another raise. Well, maybe he's wise to it. Look at this. 10s, ace, jack, 5, 6. This dude limp raised with 10s out of first. That's hilarious. Calls fucking queen on the turn. Not great. Ace on the fucking river. Look at this run out. Jesus. What the fuck is going on down here? Take it. That's so gross. Like, I wonder if there was any amount I could have bet to get him off of it. Well, I'm betting this. This thing got like min raised and min raised and min raised. Like, look at this. Min raise, re-raise, re-raise, call, call, call. Everybody checks around. And the turn I bet and they all, what the fuck just happened? Like, this is just never... It sucks. He leads small, calls. Yeah, I'm never good there. Never good. Also, I'm pretty sure I told somebody else, Chloroform, that they should email pokercoaching.com and say, hey, my buddy got this price, and can I get that too? I missed the sale. And if you're signing up for a year, I imagine they're going to give it to you, because it's a promotional thing, but it's not like they're trying to not get you to sign up. So send him an email. When I renewed, I had let my shit expire because I didn't have it on the auto renew. And I did send him an email saying, hey, I'd like another year. Can I get it at the same price? And they just gave it to me. He had to send me a link, but it worked out fine. Same exact price. should have just piled that on the flop with those queens. Like that, like... Yeah, I may have made a mistake there. I probably should have just put him in. I have to think about it. It might have been a mistake. Like I don't think in the end I would have had the best hand when he bets that river, but I do think I made a mistake on that flop now that I think about it. Like if I had piled it there, do I think he really calls me with the hand that I ended up losing to? Which no, I don't. Like King Jack or something. Plus, I may have given up the best hand. No, because Jack 10 on the flop, but then again, I would have sucked out with the queen on the turn. It's possible I could have given up the best hand. I don't see it as too likely, but I definitely think, I'm starting to really think that I did make a mistake there. And it's a mistake that saved me money in the end. But I think the optimal play would have been to just get it all in on the flop. Like he led out for small, and then I did that. See, and now he's leaving. Yeah, the short stack buyer. Yeah, I made a mistake there. At least I didn't compound it by calling the river. 650 means around 30% discount, and I could probably justify a month at 65, but would have to cram to maximize usage. I'm grinding sub $1 45 mans. All my bankroll allows at 100x at pretty decent return, but it would be hit or miss whether or not I could even break even with a month of play. Well, the idea isn't that you're going to break even immediately. It's because you're not trying to play for a living, right? So you're talking about having a $100 bankroll playing $1, tournaments, which is great. That's what you should be doing. But understand that at this point in your life, you're just trying to get better at poker. You know what I'm saying? You're not trying to pay the bills with it. So what's wrong with investing in that education? You know what I'm saying? Don't think about it as you have to make the money back. I mean, I'll tell you the absolute truth. The first time I got the membership, I was very, because it was a lot of money and it was right out of pocket and it was whatever. But there was like 4 or 5 moves that I implemented a couple days later and won a tournament, and it immediately paid for itself a few times over. So I was very happy with it. But the truth of the matter is, I saw it as an investment right away, just in my poker future. So, don't look at it like that. Yeah. It's like King on the River. I knew that's the anti-bluff card. So, yeah, don't think you have to justify that purchase with a win. You know what I'm saying? You're learning. So it's a tool to learn. Which, maybe it takes you years to make back the money from it. You know what I'm saying? But when you do, you become a winning poker player. Why is it always the worst card in the world on the turn? All poker-related things I buy do bankroll challenges in order to do purchase. That way it's self-sufficient. Poker coaching is 100%. So, like, that jam all in really sucks. But I have to call it because this guy's going to have a 10 a lot. I don't think this guy jams a bluff into a dry side pot, so... Yep, 5's full, 3's full. I just have jacks, that's fine. Everybody just fold. That's great. Everybody just flops a fucking set on me. Well, I got away from it when I was supposed to. Checking way too many rivers because of this bullshit. That's a mistake. Justify going up in stakes. Do you have to justify it? Like, do you have to justify, like, there was a very long time in my life where even as a winning player, I was spending more on education, meaning the books, than I was winning, Bought a bunch of poker theory books at less than $5 each. I did a ton of that. Working my way through a lot of it outdated now, but it's a good base. Yeah, it is. I'm not sure what I'm doing on that hand you're referring to. Underlying theory still applies. Yeah, especially when you not sure what I'm doing. Oh, yeah. With the queens. Yeah. I don't know. Here's the other thing, man. Just as a side note, you're playing $100 bankroll, so you're playing $1 tournaments, right? That's what you should do properly. And if it's fully recreationally, I completely support it. I think it's great. But here's the thing, man. If you have a job, you can have other ways to put money into poker. And, playing $1 tournaments is great, but I don't want you to get discouraged because the payoff isn't good enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I was working a job and building my poker bankroll, when I was in Florida, I found an article by Chris Ferguson at the time, and to find the article was insane. But he was talking about how to manage bankroll, and he said that if somebody had a job where they could only afford to put $100 online, that's a good start. But they're not going to only be able to afford that forever. So he's like, so what you do is you start out playing proper bankroll, and then when you get your next paycheck, you figure out all your bills and everything like that, and then take some portion of money and throw it online. And, because there's always excess, what I'm saying? We're always like eating out or, doing some bullshit that wastes money. And he's like, if you learn how to nip that in the bud and really invest it in your poker, you'll be able to play bigger. And he explained it better in the article, but basically what I did was every paycheck, I threw $100 in to my, I think it was a full tilt account at the time. And I got paid every 2 weeks, and then I would play based on my bankroll. I was more aggressive at the time. So I think I was playing at 30 buy-ins for cash and 50 for MTTs, but it was smaller field MTTs. These weren't these 1,000-man megas that I play now. I just wanted to look like a misclick. Sometimes this gets called, maybe 15% of the time. So I remember the way it happened was I had made like 4 or 5 deposits over, the course of like a month and a half or whatever, and God damn it, I miss every fucking draw. This guy hits 2 pair. Like, I know he's full of shit. Like, why is this... How does the river come off and make the perfect fucking scenario for this guy? Like, what the fuck is that? Oh my God. Jesus Christ. That is frustrating. Like, he just has to hit 2 pair. Like, if any other card comes off on that river, he can't call me. Because it looks like I just have a queen. Like, Jesus Christ. That's a 2-outer. God, that's fucking frustrating. Anyway, yeah, so you can deposit a little bit here and there. And I remember I got to that point like a month and a half in, and then I was playing by proper bankroll, and I ended up winning a tournament that I otherwise wouldn't have been able to play. It was like a $10 buy-in. And it was like a $2,000 score. And it was great, and it allowed me to do that. And then what I did was I had kept track of all the money I had put in, and then I just withdrew everything I deposited, and everything was a free roll. So it just allowed me to play properly. This is annoying because this player is so short. This player calling kind of makes me want to call it. I was going to jam on him, but you know what? With all these callers behind, I'm just going to call. Because it makes it worth it. 100% I'm at uni, still living on a loan, so big purchases like this are impossible, pretty much immediately return. Yeah, that makes sense. Honestly, then I would say that it's kind of too much to invest. Like, Pile Solver's great and all like that, but you're not looking to pay your bills. With poker, it seems like that's a lot of money to dish out for a college student, you know? Like, yeah. I mean, I love that you're passionate about learning it and all like that, but, I mean, it's up to you. It's your life. I'm not trying to whatever, but it just seems like a big chunk to put out. This guy's a full house. I'll throw up. Look at this. Cold call. How much do you have to raise? I just went 30x. How much do you have to raise? Look at all these callers. Can I get a low flop once? Or a flop with a queen on it? I mean, at this point, we can get it in. Ace, right on the flop. This is a fucking nightmare. Look at this. There's 5 players in this pot. Well, I'm not folding. There it is. There's the set. How much do you have to raise? How much do you have to raise? Ace, king, jack 5. Ace, king cold calls. Jack 5 calls. For what reason, I don't know. And then calls off. Like, this is just... This is what I'm trying to get... I have a great summer internship sorted. We'll be able to throw extra money in my account. I have set at 100x because its 45-band variance seems very high there, very true. I'm not playing for the money. It's more about gaining the experience at this point. It's something I enjoy. Okay, well, yeah. Then, yeah, investing more money in the studying tools than the, the bankroll is definitely valid. I went 30x. Why don't you just jam? Like, ugh. Like, this guy's willing to put in just cold calls 30x. Like, nobody can jam behind. Like, this is just insanity. Yeah, variance is pretty high in those. Also because those are kind of turbo-y, right? I love the lead out over here with the shitty fucking ace, probably. That is hilarious. Like, what is this? This is nothing. Really? got the last of it. It's a pretty good flop. The 8 slows him down, but he's never folding. God damn it. Well, everybody left because the fish got cleaned out. So we're going to kill that table. There's another one I can get on. Hey, and I got right on it. And you're right, 100x is, well, for like large scale MTTs, you usually want like 250 to 300x, but 100 is fine for, I would say 100 is good for like 300 and less average tournaments, or player tournaments. So if the field's 300 or less, you can have 100 buy-ins like that. Because you're just gonna win more than you're gonna run into variance, you know. I'm gonna check the ace here. I think it's one of those ones where if I'm either way ahead or way behind, so. Of course, the jack hits the turn. It's even worse now. Check the river. Sometimes people will just bet. Pocket sevens, just no reason whatsoever. Out of pocket would be a big purchase, yeah. With it being money I've made from playing poker, I see it as a free purchase, very true. Which is only going to make me a better player, very true. I see my normal life and my poker life as two separate entities, very good thing to think of. I chucked $10 on Party Poker in 2019, have worked it up from there, and mostly moved over to Poker Stars, but haven't had... hang on. Stars... I moved over to PokerStars, but haven't had much money, a bunch of sites, so that I can play tournament series with massively jacked up guarantees. Smart. I mean, that's the way to do it, really. That's the thing, too, being outside the U.S., being able to play PokerStars and Party Poker and 888 and all those ones like that, it's so much volume that you get all the time that you can actually play at proper bankroll levels, even when you're short bankrolled. Like, I'm sitting here playing every table available to me right now because I'm on WSOP Nevada, and there's just not that many 10 and Ls, you know? Okay, really? limp check raise. And then you're checking the turn. And then you're calling. What the fuck do you have? Do I have to get pipped by a guy who's being a fucking idiot? And I misclicked that. Oh my god. Check raises a shitty ace, and then I can't bet the fucking river.
Do you have any cash on you?
I don't have any cash on me. This is a nightmare. He makes the flush and checks. What the fuck was that? Look at this shit. God. Makes the flush and checks. Checks back. Like, what the fuck? Jesus. Like you mentioned with the always having extra after paying bills, which I spent on eating out, etc. That original $10 money was I would have spent on beer that weekend. Yeah. And look how much you've done with it. Probably going to keep playing tonight till we get to silver, because I got to do that by the end of the month. This is what I'm talking about. This is why I think the other time was a mistake. He raises on the draw. He just min-raised that. Right? Yeah, he min-raised it on the draw. Hits 2 pair. And then pays off on this straight, which could have been a flush. You're in Scotland, so most sites other than WinMax are completely open for me to play. Are WSOP and ACR the only sites that you can play being in the US? Pretty much. WSOP has a couple of states in it, like this is Nevada, but there's also WSOP New Jersey. You do play against all those players in the pool, but you have to be in either Nevada, New Jersey, or Delaware. To play on this site, and then you're playing against all those players. It's not like it used to be that I was just playing against Nevada, but then they merged those player pools. I think there's a PokerStars New York that's supposed to be starting up. 88 software is trash, yeah. No, I remember that. When I went to Canada, I was like, I put money on 888, and then I immediately took it off after one day of play. I was like, I can't look at this fucking garbage. Go ahead. Yeah, no, I played on 888 for like one tournament, and I actually did very well in it, and then I was like, I can't look at this fucking site. It's very similar to how WSOP looks, but the site functions for trash. And that's the thing, it was so tilting that I was like, I fully expected to just donk off that tournament, because I was so aggravated by the software. But I ended up having a really good run of cards. I think I got like 3rd or 4th. 3 to the money, and I'm in 7th place. Nice. There's so much of this board. Like, this is a limped pot. like, I know, like, raising it, I'm not getting action mostly, but in a limped pot, when it gets there, you'd be surprised what people do. Like, they'll go off with a worse flush draw, straight draws, things like that. But if he's not going to call that, he's not going to call anything. It's one of those things, too, like, where it's like my hand is so face up, you know, when I just call it. I'm kind of hoping the flush doesn't hit, so the player keeps bluffing, but well, that's a pretty good flop. And he got him to bluff at him with deuces. 2 to the money, I'm third out of 110. Woohoo! Way to go, man. Just stay focused. You're on that cash bubble, so get them steals in. Gut shot, backdoor flush. I mean, I don't think a raise accomplishes much here, other than building the pot. So, I think check calling is fine. What's going on down here? This guy's just sitting there forever. I'm expecting this player to raise. Yep. This player will race anything with me, so let's do it. And I say anything, I mean like 9-10. This is the spot. I'm full well. So this player can have 2 pair a lot. As played, I don't think I want to fold. Yep, 2 pair. That sucks. Look at that gut shot. In a 4-way pot with no flush draw out there. Really only worried about other straights like Jack, Queen. This player now bets out a buck. Hate being out of position to the aggro. I'm going to do it again. Got aces this time. I mean, I just did this the previous hand. I can't believe that got folded too. That pot was 3-bet and 4-bet. And I can't believe it got the fold. Like, this shit is just fucking hilarious. You were interested in 88, first look and decided it wasn't worth it. Sounds like my dang life. I mean, it was just a bad sight. And it's like I'd see some of these guys playing on it, but it seemed like it ran smoother. Like I would watch Tonka, and he plays on 888 all the time. It seemed like it ran smoother on there, though. Would have thought WSOP would have been open on all states. Yeah, that was originally the idea, like 5 years ago. Sucks it's not software. Didn't seem to be great from what I've seen. Yeah, no, it's not. It's trash. And the tournament format is garbage. Like, it's based on live tournament format, which is fine, but in live events, you don't get as many hands as you do online, so the tournament structures are usually deeper online. You know, you start out at, 5-10 with 1,000 chips on, online. Here, they're starting you like it's a live tournament. So they're using the Caesars tournament structure guide to make their tournament structures, and it means that first prize gets like 30%, and then like the min cashes are like top 10 or something like that, and you barely get your fucking money back. It's like the worst. Am I seriously getting 3-bet by this fucking guy who just sat down? Okay, so that's a squeeze. I know I'm playing super loose, but yeah, just give me 1 second. anything but a king or an ace. And we're just going to check. That's pretty good because we're going to see a lot of bluffs here. Even if he jams, I'm calling. Just give me 1 minute.
No worries. Let's see.
Oh, God damn it. Ace jack. It's so stupid to jam. Why even jam the ace jack there? You 3-bet improperly, then you hit the jack. Why even jam the ace jack? You think I'm calling with ace high? Like, that's hilarious.
I think this is my favorite part of these shoes.
It's the one hand I can have that can call there and lose. Because I'm never calling with the ace high. Jesus, that is garbage. So bad. That is just the worst. Way to go, man. First step complete. You gotta take it all the way down. Look at this. Queen 10 gets it and just immediately hits the 10. That's hilarious. I'm glad I didn't 3-bet. I've noted ACR tournament structure is crazy deep, playing for hours, 1% on the money on the buy-in min cash. Yeah, but there are a lot of tournaments. The tournaments that are overlaid, you get 2 to 1.
Love you.
Love you too. Have a great time.
Look okay?
You look great. Keep me posted. Send me texts.
Will do.
Oh, cash games are frustrating. Yeah, ACR tournaments, the structure is pretty deep. And, I mean, it's good because otherwise they wouldn't be able to fill the fields that they do. You kind of have to learn how to, or understand when you're done rebuying. Because, you know, you could, you know, it'll allow people to rebuy until they have, you know, with just 10 big blinds, which is fucking bananas. But people do it. But when there's a tournament that's overlaid, which at the mid and low stakes there are quite often overlaid tournaments, min cashes there are usually two and a quarter to 2.5 times the buy-in, which is fucking huge. And there's an overlay, so you just love playing those. You know, personally, I like to show up for a lot of them right at the start, but what I'll do is I will have a ranged buy-in start. So, like, some tournaments I'm entering with 40 blinds, other ones I'm entering right from the start with 100 or more, you know. Love you too, babe. Very bad luck today. You know what it is? I'm getting all my fucking hands out of position. Like, every big hand I've had has been, like, in the first 3 positions on the table. It's really fucking gross. But they're good structures. You know, you still run into some bullshit, but... And maybe they're a little bit too deep. Like, some of they have a bunch of different structures, too. Like, there's some of them that are 15 minutes with 12 minute... Or 12 levels with 15-minute blinds. Some of them are 15 levels with 12-minute blinds. The ones I like are... I think it's 12 levels with 8-minute blinds. What the fuck? Fold! Fold or jam. He's got $4 goddamn dollars on the table. Oh my god. Just... Like, why are you people letting this happen? Why are you letting this short stack shit happen? Oh, look, you made 2 pair. Me too. Like, why? Don't let this happen. He's just gonna short stack shoot at you for $4. If you're going to play with 40 blinds, man, you're just getting put in pre-flop. Nobody should call you with a pair. Nobody should fucking 3-bet you small. It should only be jams. Need 30 more status points. So that means it took like 4 hours to get like 40 of them. Nah, a little less than that. It's very close. I know that the, I don't think the spade is good for me if this player calls. I'm gonna get out. I'll have 5. Now the fucking ace just makes a fucking wheel. Bet it! Oh, you're such a fucking moron. Why are you not betting this? Like, I know he has the ace of spades. Oh. Like, it's so fucking dumb. You've made the hand. And you have the ace of spades, like, on what fucking planet are you losing there? You have the wheel. Why are you not betting the wheel? What's gonna call me? Bad players. Look at this. Raise, re-raise, again, same fucking deal. This is where I jammed a couple hands ago. Like, why is this guy... Like, you min raise out of second position and then fold to a simple button raise. Oh, alright. Enough. I'm just going to play my own shit. I gotta stop analyzing these other players trying to make sense out of it. It's just... It's too frustrating because it's just bad play. There's nothing you can do. I like entering with fewer than 30 big blinds, but there's still an hour plus of late reg left. Seems mad to me. Yeah. Yeah. 30 blinds also. I don't like 30 blinds. I like being around 40 at my minimum, just because every move is open to you. But yeah, 30 blinds with like an hour left of late reg, it's fucking crazy. No, it is definitely. But people do it. People gamble. It's nice when you're there from the start because then you're just picking off starting stacks, you know, in the last level of late reg, you know? So this is because there isn't any competition from them other than WSOP, I guess. The structures to maximize profit. Yeah, and honestly, I like their structures. I'm not complaining about them. You just have to have a lot of patience, and you can build that up over time. This is annoying. Yeah, I'm just done playing with these guys. The premium hands, man, let's just get the fucking money in. Queens plus, let's just get the money in. Whereas Stars, Party Poker, 888, GG, etc. use shorter late reg, a lot less than 1 hour because they're competing for traffic. Yes, exactly. Which was awesome. Because, you know, 1 hour of late reg to me seemed to be the sweet spot. Look at that 5 on the turn. How do you fold? It's like, how are you folding a queen if you called with it on the flop? You didn't have a flush draw. The overbet. So if I play this pot, I'm basically jamming on this guy. It's just one of those ones where I think he has the weak-ass overpair. Or he has the flush draw. Which either way, meh. I hate when blinds go up, look away for a minute, look back, and I have 20 less blinds than I did before, and I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, exactly. Really? Snap call, snap call. Fold. Like, this is bananas. 7-8, 4-3, like what the fuck? And this huge bet here. He should be betting that 100%, not worried about the flush there with the ace blocker. So the straight is basically the best hand. Right. Odd player notice their play will be with multiple times weird procession. Yeah, it's the thing, too. You heard me say it. You heard me say he has the fucking wheel. Look at this. I folded the same hand this guy just fucking stacked off with. Yeah, that ace-8, that ace of spades... But that dude checked the fucking second nut flush. He had the king-jack of spades in his hand. I had the ace of spades in my hand. There was only 3 spades on board. And I led the... I c-bet the flop. The turn went check. And then on the river, a flush came out. And I still had top pair. And I was like, you know what? I checked. And I checked. And he checked the second nut flush. But here's the thing. I have picked off that player's bluffs. Something hysterical. So I don't know what the fuck he's doing not betting the wheel there. Like, is he drunk at this point? Like, that's basically what I'm thinking. Ugh. And not only that, he knows where the ace of spades is. I mean, this is just... I hate it, but I can't fold. Because the queen comes off and I'm alright. Look at this. Fucking garbage. Oh, this guy's got the 8s. That's fine. Calling for a chop like a fucking moron. Oh. That's the one person. What the fuck? What the ever-loving fuck is that? Oh my god. And this fucking tool bag fucking calls it with fucking king high. Holy fucking shit. Like, I overcalled it 4 fucking handed. Oh my god. Yeah, but I guess you're in the situation where there is no alternative. Yeah. I would much rather play attorney on stars, party, etc. than ACR at equal buy-ins. Oh, me too, man. 100%. 100%. When I'm playing MTTs, I'll enter max 1 or 2 on ACR at a time and just play while I'm concentrating on my other tables. Yeah. 100%. I mean, really? Alright. Well, at least I got away from that one good. There's the 6. Like, I can't do anything right. Like, I fold it and I'm like, yay, this guy had kings. 6 every fucking time. I'm just going to call the ace-king. I'm not going to 3-bet. It serves no purpose. Out of position. Like, there's no squeeze. There's no nothing. This is a bluff catch, so there's no value bet. King on the turn's pretty good. This player can have the 4 for sure. But you see a check. I'm going to check the river and try to make somebody else bluff. I'm kind of hoping somebody goes for it. Nah. I don't think anybody had anything. Like, if this guy has, like, a pair of 9s or something, I'm going to be really upset. Ace 5. Yeah. 6s. Yeah, there was no... Yeah. It sucks because, like, I can't, like, get that... This is frustrating, man. whatever. I hate when it's like this, too. Because, like, I know I'm not playing my best. And I feel like I'm overfolding, but every time I'm like, okay, this is one of those same exact spots I've seen 15 times that I've folded. And I call it, and I'm just fucking wrong. But it seems like I should have folded it anyway. And it's just like, did I get the other 15 right by folding them? Like, it's just very hard to settle that in your mind. I just want to see what this dude does. Look at these fucking maniacs. Like, just a pure bluff into 5 players. Like, that's the thing. It was a pure bluff into 5 players. The king high calling that's been bluffing the whole way is fucking hilarious. Like, and it wins. Like, I'm not even upset that I folded the winner. Like, it's just hilarious. It's so hard to get out of playing 10 and L because of this bullshit, but I'm refusing to get onto the 20 and L tables until I've got at least 500. And this is the way it was before. It's just very hard when it's all of the tables you can play because of your bankroll. Get rest, man. I'm not going to be playing all night, but I'm going to be playing a while. But yeah, get rest. Like, you can't even play these fucking hands. Limp fucking min bet. This is not a tournament. Why are you limping the small blind? Like, it's not a tournament. Like, why are these people limping the small blind? I don't understand. Like, I guess I should get off this table, right? Like, how does this hand even get here? Why are you checking an ace in position, you fucking dullard? You deserve to lose. Then you just call with the ace on this small-ass bet, and then you fucking bet for value on the river. You see, that this is the guy who didn't bet the wheel. Bets for value on the river, calls the all-in with 2 pair on a flush board, with a flush and straight board, and loses to rivered 1 outer set. Good. You're fucking retarded. Thank you. That flop's racist. Am I really just going to run into 5-6 here every fucking time? Or 7-8? Can't fold it. I mean, if the other guy folds, I can't fold. Oh, he calls? Fuck this. Jacks and 4s. Set of 4s, overpair. How the fuck am I getting away from this shit alive? Like, there's no way I should be fucking getting away from this without getting stacked. I mean, like, I feel good about it, but it's like, can I have worse luck? These players are fucking limping. They're limping jacks. Ugh. This guy gonna bluff the river again? Of course, that one you don't bluff. So stupid. Just one of the worst cards in the world on the turn. That's all. Good play, bro. Fucking retard. Of course the jack, because it should be 2 pairs a lot, and now he's full. He's kind of idiot who has jack 10 and thinks this is the way you make money. Hilarious. Nope. Got too many bluffs caught. He left. Just over there screaming, how does he call? I gotta pee. Probably calling the river. If he's got an overpair, it's just too bad. Yep. Be right back, guys. I just gotta take a leak. Wait for the big blind. No waiting here. Post here. Wait here. Post here. Really? Like, what the fuck? That's why you jam on the shorties, because they ain't folding eights. Nice. I make the wheel, and of course there's a flush available. Well, this player's very bluffy. Can't really raise. Two pair I could have raised. I think I'm going to take a little break. It looks like my computer has an update going. It might not be a problem. Let's give it a minute. Yeah. Yeah, I have to shut down for until this finishes. So I'm going to play out the free ones because it's going to crash the stream. Yeah, I'm gonna kill it, guys. I'll be back in a little while. Yeah, I'll be back in about probably half an hour to an hour. It looks like this is, yeah, this is totally gonna crash the stream. I'm sorry if it already did. I'll be back in a little bit, guys. Have a great night if I don't see you again. But yeah, it looks like there's a mandatory update that it has to do. All right, I'll see you guys in a bit.